BPT or Basic Proportionality Theorem is basically a theorem in the triangles chapter of class 10. It's chapter 6 in NCERT. So let's start. In triangle ABC, I've drawn the diagonal BECD and I have drawn altitude D to N and E to M. I am taking these altitudes because as we know that if any two triangles have any side in common, then we can use one altitude as common for both the triangles. So let's start. We have to prove that AD upon BD is equals to AE upon CE. So AE upon CE. Now we have to write about the construction we have done. So we have drawn, first of all, join BE and CD. Then we have to draw perpendicular. Draw DN perpendicular to AE and EM perpendicular to AD. Here we have written our construction to prove, and we have drawn the triangle also. So the next step is to solve or to prove the basic proportionality theorem. Here we go, solve. So in triangle ADE, we know that area of triangle ADE will equal to half into base into height, which will be half into base, which is AD into EM, the altitude which we have constructed, EM. Let's take this as equation 1. Now we go for the triangle BD and E. So in triangle BDE, we know that triangle's area is half into base into height. So half BH gives half into BD as the base, BD into EM, the common altitude we are taking because these two triangles have one side which is DE common in, so we can use the common altitude also, EM. Equation 2. From 1 and 2 we got that area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle BDE is equal to half into AD into EM into half into BD into EM. Now we can see that some of the figures are in common. So what's the solution about it? The solution is to just cancel it. We got AD into BD. Let's take this as equation 3. Now again in triangle ADE, area of triangle ADE, basically you don't have to need to write the half into base into height again and again. In the second case you can just simply write the base and the altitude. So here the base is AE into dn into half. Sorry for my mistake, I regret this. Let's take this as equation 4. In triangle CE and D, area of triangle CED, which is half into base, which is CE, into dn, the common altitude. Let's take this as equation 5. Now again from 4 and 5 we take that area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle CED is equals to half into AE into DN on half into CE into DN. Here we can again see some common objects, so cancel it out. This from this, this from this. So AE upon CE. Let's take this as equation 6. So I think we have solved most of our theorem. So from 3 and 6 we got that AD upon BD is equal to AE upon CE, hence proved. So if I revise that, we have drawn a triangle ABC. In this triangle ABC we have drawn B and E as diagonal, C and D as one more diagonal. We have drawn these diagonals to ensure triangles like BDE and CED. Now I have drawn one altitude, so we can take one common altitude in triangle ADE and triangle CED. As we know that if any two triangles have any side in common, then we can take one altitude as common. Similarly in the case of triangle ADE again and triangle BDE. So here in to prove we will write about the basic proportionality theorem, which states that AD upon BD is equal to AE upon CE. As it will progress, that we have to now write down about the construction in which join BE and CD, draw DN perpendicular to AE and EM perpendicular to AD. Now we will start solving. In triangle ADE, area of triangle ADE, we know that area of a triangle is half base into height, which gives half into AD into EM, which will mark as equation 1. In triangle BDE, area of triangle BDE again will be half into base into height, and which will be half into BD into EM, which will be the second equation, and we can cross check it with the diagram. It's correct. Now from 1 and 2, area of ADE upon area of triangle BDE, which will give out some common figures, and at last we'll get the final answer AD upon BD, in which we will solve the first case of our 2 proof, and we will mark it as equation 3. This. Now in triangle ADE, area of triangle ADE again, in the second case if we'll take this altitude, then it will be DN into AE into half. And here I have written this equation 4. In triangle CED, I have written area of triangle CED will be this, as we can cross check CE into DN, common altitude. Equation 5. From 4 and 5 again common AE upon CE. Second part is also solved, and from at last from 3 and 6 equation AD upon BD is equals to AE upon CE, hence proof. I hope you learned better. Thank you for watching my video.